All right, all right, all right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, Juan D. Klauser. This is episode 224, I think so. 224. We're here, already off the rails. So, what's up? How are you? Salutations. Hope you're doing swell, doing well. What's up? Oh, man, we are just, here. I'm doing what? I'm doing all right. I'm just living the best life as I can. Trying to get this podcast done. I had a late, what would you call it? A late set, a late time off, punch off, whatever you want to look at it. So I normally do this on Friday, and I get it done pretty early, like about 1, 2 in the afternoon, but it's not today. But yeah, I hope this is a little bit better. I added some more lights because I thought, hey, why not? Because the one thing that I've been getting really annoyed with is like one thing that annoys the hell out of me. I do what you want. I really do not care. I don't give a fuck about anything. What makes it funny is like I'll post stories and I post memes in my stories. And I wonder if people actually think that sometimes that's how I feel. It's like, I don't. One, I'm too dumb to have an opinion. And then two, I don't care. So I don't care to have an opinion about any of it, most of it, all of it. So I'm just like, whatever. And it's just fun to like just be annoying. Like, I don't even fucking vote. It's like, I don't have a voice. Like, this voice is not a real voice. I just don't. And a lot of people are like, John, you shouldn't do it. It's like, guys, like, do what you want. Do what you want. There's just certain things in this world, in the United States, as someone being a foreigner, that I see that I'm like, why do we do this when we never get told how to do this? They don't want us to know how to do this. Like during COVID. Oh my God. Did they ever talk about how we should maybe lose weight? No, they just said we should take this shot. Weird, huh? Weird. Why aren't you telling us how to get healthy instead of just take a shot? But it's kind of like Ozempic. Another thing, I don't understand how y'all motherfuckers didn't want to take a shot. Understandable. I don't care. Do what you want to do. Again, don't give a shit. But you guys do not question one bit taking that Ozempic bullshit. Don't give a fuck. Oh, no. We'll do that. I trust that drug. Oh, I trust that. I trust that company that does that that makes that drug. Okay. That's cool. It is what it is. You know what's so funny? Like, I was just practicing and warming my voice up before this podcast. Like, and I was getting amped up like I am now. And my dog, she was like, "Whoa, buddy, calm down." It's hilarious. If I have a microphone in front of me, camera in front of me, all these lights up and all this stuff, she's just like, oh, he's just doing his thing. She doesn't freak out or anything like that. But if I'm just walking around the house and I'm just like, about these, infrastructure competitions of the situation of these people. And like, she's like, what the fuck? He is freaking the fuck out. And then like, she's like, yeah, fuck that infrastructure fucking people. Fuck them. And she just gets amped up with it. You're okay. She's just like, she's like, what the fuck? Why are you so amped up? Hey, Lola, you want to come here for a second? You want to come here? Come here. You guys want to, here, I have a, come here. So Lola, how are you doing, Lola? It's been a week since you decided to destroy all those, baby bunnies. Why'd you do that? Huh? Are you gonna talk? We just did it just to, I had to make an example. Example of what? Oh, if you don't know, Lola runs the numbers. You want down? Lola runs the numbers, and she had to make an example of those little tiny little rabbits, didn't you? I know. I will give you one. Don't worry. She wants a WALK. That's what she wants, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna take it. It's gonna be by the time I get done with this podcast, it's gonna be like 7:20 p.m. No, 7:17 is when this podcast will be over. And it's going to be a little dark. The sun will be down, which is fine. I don't care. I'll give her a walk. She deserves it because she's the best little thing in the world. I adore her. But yeah, so we're like, what, 5 minutes in, 5.5 minutes in? So I should probably do the video of the week now, shouldn't I? All right, well, guys, here we go.
Since there's cicadas everywhere right now, we made cicada cookies. We gathered fresh cicadas from the trees, boiled them in water, roasted them in the oven, then chopped them up. Looking pretty good, right? We made our favorite chocolate chip cookie dough, then added the chopped cicadas. Stirred it up, dropped onto the cookie sheet, and into the oven. They looked good and smelled even better. Time for the big test. How did they taste?
It's fine.
Welcome to the John Show with your hosts, John Doogie Clouser.
Things like this are what really, really upset me. I just don't understand. Like, why do people insist on doing this dumb shit like this? It's the same thing with like people who don't eat eggs. It's like, oh, I don't eat eggs because that's because vegans don't eat animal products or animals because it's harmful to the animal. But in truth, like, they will just make eggs. Like, they just make eggs and they just make them, and then they will just rot if they aren't fertilized. So it's okay to eat them. There's no problem with that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that's the thing. Is like, I love seeing, because I'm like, this is so fucking dumb. And then my favorite thing about the whole thing is getting to send it out. I send it out to people, and I get to see their reaction, and that's almost as fun as finding the video, because it's like, oh yeah, that's a weird video. Let's keep that. And then I'm like, oh, I must share this with as many people as possible. Everyone in the world needs to know this video. They need to know it. They need to know it. It's very similar to when, do you guys have, so funny, I love this. Do you guys have like black friends and you try to talk to them about conspiracy theories and they just like look at you like, whoa, wait, what? And simple ones, like not like the flat earth or, do we land on the moon? Those are easy ones. I'm talking about like more, something that's a little bit more substance. Like, if birds are real, a lot of people don't think that birds are real. And the reason why is like, well, if you look up in the sky, I don't have time to believe either one. I just love reading about it. Like, every day I have to read a certain amount of words. It's just a little thing I like to do for myself. You would have think that I actually read with how much ignorance that comes out of my mouth, but I do. I occasionally read stuff. It's just what you got to do. I'm not saying is it of stuff of substance? No, but the thing is, you just got to read something, and it counts. Words are words. Anyways, but birds are real. A lot of people think that because you see birds. Of course, she's gonna start eating in here. Do you guys hear that chomping? I don't know if you guys might not be able to hear it. I can hear it. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. I love this dog more than anything in my entire life. I love her so much. So much. And, because, you see birds on, power lines. Nothing else can touch a power line without getting electrocuted, but somehow birds can. Weird, crazy. They also believe the reason why COVID happened, or people believe that why COVID happened was because the government had to replace all the real birds with these fake birds that have video cameras and microphones so they can record, and like we're always being watched. So it's things like that, and like I'm sure there's one or two people that are like and that's exactly how all my black friends are when they're like, oh God, he's going off on another one. Oh God, he's talking about Wilt Chamberlain and the 100 points may have not have been real. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's the one that I'm like, hey, there's no video footage. There's alleged, like, audio. Like, anyone can fake audio. Fuck, I could sit here for 2 hours and do a whole audio play-by-play of a basketball game. And I could literally just take the script of, like, 4 different games and marry them together, and I could tell a story, and it'd be easy. It's not hard. I mean, it'll be difficult, but it's not hard to actually fake something like that. So I'm just saying, like, that one is one that I'm like, ooh, who knows? And then who cares if it's real or not? Like, it's like 100 points, but it is kind of weird, though, that we've never been able to score 100 points again. But then there's also the conspiracy theory that they always make it where they don't want it to be changed. They always want to have Will Chamberlain because he's a black guy, but it's like, isn't like 85% of the NBA black or like of African American descent, or African descent? They have of African blood. I feel like I'm just digging myself deeper, but you know what I mean. You wouldn't believe that I have a bunch of ethnic flags all around this room by how I just said that whole last thing. Oh my God. But yeah, it's hilarious. I love talking to them about it because they're just all like, and you can almost be like, I just want to jump out of a window and get away from this kid. It's just like, yeah. I wonder, it's cool. So a little random high thought I had this week was that, have you ever thought of, like, how about if you were British and you were coming to the United States and your birthday was on the 4th of July and you're witnessing, like, how we celebrate the absolute, like, winning against your country, and just like what we do, like, just, God, we're so hillbilly. We light fireworks, we get drunk. We're just, it's like England. This is what you want to. This is what you're trying to hold on to. You're trying to hold on to this. Like, why? Like, why? Like, you should just let it go. You're like, oh, thank God, they're way over there. Just leave them the fuck alone. We'll just won't touch them. We won't do anything. It's kind of like what we do with, like, the Seminole Islands. Seminole? Is it Seminole? The Seaman Hole Islands? I don't know what they're fucking called, but the ones with, like, all those pygmy people that we just do not talk to. We, like, just don't go there. Don't interact with them. They don't want to interact with us. And we don't want to have them interact with us. It's just one of those things. This is what we do. This is how we do it. This is how we should be living our life. It's just wild. One of those wild things. But it's just but yeah, I think about that. I thought about that this week. It really makes you think. Doesn't those things just make you think of things? Doesn't it? Don't it? But yeah, so I guess we should probably go into the next part of the podcast, right? Right, guys, right? So the videos of this week. So, all right, here we go.
This is what happens when your boyfriend gives you a bracelet and dumps you to be with your best friend. Have fun with her, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan. Don't you remember those times? Like, I have those thoughts. I thought I had one of them today. I was thinking when I was like 20 years old and I said something to some girl in a class, and I'm like, why did you say that, dude? Like, why were you like that? And I know in about 10 minutes I'm going to be like, John, why did you talk about that? Why? It's just, there's so many things where I'm just like, I'm like, I cringe at myself. And then someone catches me, like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I have to swallow this feeling of the fact that, like, I just, I thoroughly embarrass the shit out of myself. The best is also, like, when you do those, like, did you find any up dog? And people are like, they just look at you and like, oh right, you're not even gonna play this game with me. Okay, that's cool. I'm just gonna walk away. Bye. All right, so let's go to the next video. This next video is a little long, but I laugh, which then in turn makes me like, is it a good thing that I laugh at this video? Because Maybe I shouldn't laugh at this video, but I think it's pretty fucking hilarious. 48 miles per hour! Come on, baby! Oh, shit! Oh, man! 48 miles per hour! Come on, baby! Oh, shit! Man. 48 miles per hour. Come on, baby. Oh, shit. Hey Siri, call 911. All right, there's a little bit more. There's like 30 extra seconds left, but I'm not gonna play that because it's just. But that's what terrifying, right? And the thing is, like, that man made that machine. He made it, and he was like, after making it, without probably he might have been an engineer. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But even if I was, I'm like, I ain't doing it. I ain't flying in that shit. No way, Jose. But I guess maybe it's a little different when you're the engineer. You'd probably have a little bit more what's the word? It's not pride. You would have more confidence in your ability to be able to make a video, or not a video, yeah, a video. I don't have much confidence in these, but to be able to make a thing and fly in it, it's just crazy, wild. All right, well, next video, I guess. You guys want to watch the next video? Okay, this one. I can't. When I saw it, I was like, oh god.
Did you know that queer and trans people actually experience time completely differently to cishet people? It's a concept called queer temporality, and it basically has to do with the fact that historically, as queer and trans people, our lives have started much later, and for a whole bunch of reasons, ended earlier than our cishet counterparts. So as a result, our experience of time is compressed. It also has to do with the fact that those milestones that we've been socialized to use to mark the passage of time, so things like marriage or having children or, working, retiring, inheritance, things like that, haven't been accessible to us. And that linear timeline has a name, heterochronology. And as queer and trans people, our experience of time often sits outside that. Basically, it's super interesting, and I'm going to be unpacking it more this week on the podcast. So listen in.
Yeah, so this is how I feel when like people hear that I do a podcast. It's like, yeah, I do a podcast. I do. But that person based that on like episode 2 and then never made another episode after that. And that was it. That was all they had. That's all they have. I have a large catalog of bullshit. What you doing? Yeah, so it's just what I don't understand is that I get it. Again, like I've told you guys before, I think this comes from like not having a hobby, not having anything that you do that is difficult that you try to do. Like I do a lot of different things. I do golf. I do this podcast. I write. I do films. I do film. I edit. That's 5 things right there. I go to the gym. These things are all quite difficult, and they require like different parts of my brain to be able to do them. And then it requires time, and it requires like a structured ability. And when you have that, you don't have time for this bullshit. And this is because you have a lot of time on your hands. And the thing is, like, I've never understood, like, why do you want to, like, compress yourself all the way down to what are you? You are a like queer or a transsexual. You're one of these things, and that's cool. That should be part of you. Like, golf is part of me. Film is part of me. Doing this podcast is part of me. It's my Friday night. It's what I do on my Friday night. It's part of like a routine of a weekly thing. But it's not all of it. It's like you shouldn't be all of one thing. I don't think, because it's more beneficial to be a lot of different things. Granted, like you should have 1 two things, maybe two. It's really hard just to do one, let alone two. Something that you specifically like focus that on a lot more energy on that, but you do other things to help that. Like my thing is film. I do golf. I do, I write. I do this podcast. I do this stuff because I think you should do all these other things because it helps with making my film stuff better. That's just my opinion. That's how I get inspiration. That's how I am able to like clear my mind so I can be able to move on to the next part of a project. Anything like that. It's just, but when you just dedicate your life to just being like a cis male or like a trans or like all that stuff, like it's just weird. It's just it's weird because you're just screaming for attention. It's almost, and this is a probably very unpopular opinion. It's very similar to the sober community, which is like, oh, I'm like 27 days sober. Great, awesome. But the thing is, like, clearly this was an embarrassing thing. This is something you can't control. Like, this shouldn't just be all of you. This shouldn't be all of you. This should be part of you. Like, I used to be an alcoholic, but now I've moved on. And you just like, it's through your actions. You don't ever speak of it. The real thing is you just don't ever speak of it. You just don't ever fucking speak of it. And the things like when you start speaking about it a lot, it's because you want attention from it. Like I speak a lot on this thing. I speak for 30 minutes because I want attention via this, not because of how I come, because it's weird. Sorry, it's fucking weird. All right, next video. Let's do an uplifting one. I'm sorry, going on a little rant.
Let me know what kind of pool you guys have. I have just a Walmart blow-up pool, something cheap. Wasn't sure if I was going to like it. I love it. And I got my root beer. Gotta have root beer. Gotta have root beer.
Yeah, yep, you just gotta have your root beer. You just have to have your root beer. All right, this is the last video. And then this goes back to what we were talking about, how, you should probably try to do things to get, attention, have a hobby, do something and try to be good at something to get the attention. All right. This is the last video.
Time to stop body shaming other people. I was at Disneyland today. I wanted to have fun with my siblings, but our day was ruined by all the people that were making fun of the size of my body. And the worst part is that they teach their kids to do the same. They kept taking photos of me, they gave me bad looks all the time, or just kept laughing at me. I know you may think that I am exaggerating, and that is my fault for being a big girl, but this is literally what God gave me, and I have to embrace every single part of me. Even if you have a condition or you look different, you shouldn't get bullied for the way you look. I would never talk negatively about someone else's appearance. Respect is key. This should be a safe place where everyone feels comfortable. And I wasn't doing anything, just existing. At the end of the day, I just wanted to have fun like everyone else. If you don't like something, stop hating and keep it for yourself.
No, you shouldn't just keep it for yourself. There's a lot of things. So I have done things that were stupid, and then I had friends, and they made fun of me for it, and then I stopped doing those dumb things. There's reasons. There's reasons why we have things. Like there's a reason why like your body has like a reflex to when you put your finger in the fire on the stove. Your body's like, oh shit! Like no, you shouldn't do that. Like oh. There's a thing in society where, you shouldn't do that. No. Calm down. Relax. There's absolutely no reason to be doing that. No, let's calm down. But yeah, it's just wildness. Like, it's like, yeah, you should never make fun of someone because, like, you should go to someone like, you're fucking ugly because you have, 3 eyes and you're missing an ear. Like, yeah, of course. No shit, you fucking dipshit. Like, how could you say that stuff? And actually, do you feel like you're actually being profound? That's the thing. Oh, I am heated this week, aren't I? Man, my dog, Lola is just like, let's fucking go, bro. Like, let's go. I know you really want to. She really wants to go on that WL. Okay, but yeah, it's just silly, just so fucking silly, just a bunch of silliness. But yeah, I think we should. What last little part? We have like about 5 minutes left. We should do the thing. If you're not familiar, there's this great thing called Craigslist, right? Yeah, I guess that's not the greatest part of it. But inside of Craigslist, there's a lot of different little things you can go to, a lot of different avenues, a lot of different streets, a lot of different shops and factories, hotels, and all that bullshit. But there's a one thing that you can go to. It's called misconnections. It's where people go when they have a misconnection, and they actually believe that this is the place to go to reconnect with that person. She is just bugging me hard. She's just bugging me hard. Looks like, give me that walk. Aren't you, Lola? Okay, so let's go on Craigslist misconnections now, Dawn, I guess. Let's do it. Okay, first one. Haircut Olathe. You've cut my hair 4 times now. There's a reason I keep coming back and requesting you. You are shy, so am I. I realize I am younger, but very interested. Love when you say I'm handsome. That one's actually quite adorable. I'm not going to make fun of it. You know, hey, I hope these two people find each other. Clearly, they might. She's probably just doing her job. She just wants to get paid. She's like, oh, I finally found someone. He likes how I cut his hair, so he keeps coming back. Dude, I had a girl barber. She used to cut my hair. She used to line me up. She used to do my eyebrows. She used to do all of it. Never once did I think, like, I should probably fuck this bitch. I never once thought of calling her a bitch, and I should never have said that. That was the reason why. It's not bad to say bitch. It's not the most elegant thing to say. I don't like saying it because it doesn't work well in the demeanor of who I am and this structure of who I am. So it doesn't work well. It works funny when I yell, but not when I'm vulgar like that. Because when I go that, it's a little too much. And you just don't like. There's no reason to call women bitches. Like, it also might sound like a Homer thing. Most of the smartest people I know are all women. The really successful people I know, most of them are women. I know. A couple men, yeah, but more women. Anyway, let's go. Let's go to the next. Craigslist. All right. Probably got removed, yeah, because these ones were from like a while ago. I had a list of them. And then I'm sure someone, okay, this one didn't get taken down. The last one did, though. Let's go with this one. Beautiful girl offering to help with my broke down truck, Harrisonville. Wish I had the presence of mind to have asked for your number at the time. You had a gorgeous smile and a nice ink. If you happen to see this, tell me where I broke down at, and if you can remember what I was driving. Well, in case I wasn't driving, I guess. Well, in this case, it should have been, in this case, comma, what I wasn't driving, I guess. Then you put comma, I guess. That'd be the best way of doing it. Yeah. Cool. Weird. Okay, well, I think I'm about to pop off. So if you've gotten this far, thank you so much for watching. I think this video is about to go off right about now. Oh, no, I don't. I have maybe 30 seconds left. Okay, guys. This is the end of the podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you want, have a great week. I'm going to go walk my dog. Lola, you want to walk? Yeah, you do. Yeah. I'll talk to you on the next episode. Bye.